Hello everyone. So this is another new video that I'm going to demonstrate how to collect the subtracted intensity of the Kathleen light chain Ponte. So I think our purpose is to collect the peak intensity of the CCV in entire track. So that would be in the paper figure 4C. And so how do we do it? It's you select the Kathleen light chain, the legit Kathleen light chain tracks channel that you want to use. In our case would be the stable combined with dynamic. And then so first thing is I need to double check that what is the original data look like. So here I select details, specific values, and the thing that we would select is the track intensity maximum. I think it's the maximum intensity of the CCV in the entire track. So we select this. So it's 149, for example, this one. And then to double check, it's what we are thinking. It is what we are thinking. So you double check means supposed to be lower. Yes, it's lower. And minimum should be low, even lower. Yeah, 109. Yep. So I think that the maximum is the peak intensity of the entire track duration. So we confirm this is what we want. However, the number show up here, it's all above 100, and then this is the similar value if you input all the raw image data into Fiji, and then you measure the Ponte intensity, it's all above 100. That's why I know this data is not being background subtracted. And so how do we do the background subtraction in Imaris? So it's interesting that although when we create the Kathleen light chain spot module there, remember we select background subtraction, but that was just for the module creation, and then they didn't change the value that show up in the statistics. In the statistics, they still show up the raw values. So how do we get this raw value background subtracted? That is to click here, image process, and then you would select in the red channel, you select Gaussian filter, and then the filter width we set the default version, the default number. And the reason I honestly don't remember, so if you want to know the answer, you might have to ask Imaris specialist. And then for the second filter that we set background subtraction, and then here we would set 0.5 micrometer. The reason is we when we set our spot module diameter, and that is 0.5 micrometer, so that's why it's this value here. And so this is the preview, so it doesn't really matter, we can just hit OK. So yeah, one thing that you notice is different is the red channel, it disappeared because the background subtraction make it really dim, but you can change the intensity of the channel to see the image. See, this is the background subtracted image. Okay, and now you look at the value of the statistics that you want. See, it's all background subtracted. It used to be over 100, and now it's all under 100. Okay, so this is the value we want, and to collect this is to click the disk, and then in this channel you would create a new folder, and then just remember what statistics that you are collecting. CCV track intensity maximum. CCV track intensity maximum. Yep, that's what we want. And I would like to label the same on my data file in case I mess up my data save. Okay, so now we can go to intensity max, and yep, so here you would get each track with their ID number, and in this track what is the maximum intensity in this track. And this is how I collect the data for figure 4C. There's one thing that I want to mention is when you collect the data here, when you collect it, and then they would ask you whether you want CSV file or Excel file or other formats. And I recommend you to select CSV file because it's more convenient if you want to do data analysis through the those data analysis tools that we created with Sean and Wayne. Those files, they only allowed to process to input CSV file instead of Excel file. Just keep this in mind, that CSV file is convenient for either way. Either you use tool to analyze it or use hand. If you want to use hand, if you like, you still can convert this to be Excel file. But if you save it in an Excel file, you still need to come back to this computer to download the CSV file. So just let you know. So I think this is all I want to mention in this video. Thank you for listening. Hello everyone. This is a video that I'm going to correct how I did the figure 4C in paper, about how to collect the data for the CCV mean intensity in the track and measure the track's peak intensity over time. And so the first step is we will select the CCVs that contain mile 1E. So we go to filter, and then so in the filter that you add a filter that is the shortest distance to surface mile 1E, and then you set to 2.5, means the object of caffeine light chain and mile 1E surface is contacting each other. And then here you will see the caffeine light chain module that has mile 1E is all being highlighted into yellow, as you can double check by turning on the mile 1E surface channel. And then over time you see everything that highlighted is all contacting. Okay, so we are good here. And then now you go to statistics. in statistics, you pick selection and specific values, and then you pick what I did before was I picked the intensity mean over time, and then the channel that I am going to collect is channel 2, that is the red channel in this data set. And then it's very important to know whether you get the right result is you see the curve figure shows the intensity change over time for each CCV that contain -1e during its lifetime. And here I think that you have to select you have to uncheck the track selection to let the data set to be just the spots, but they will still collect data in a track manner. And then the other indicator to see if you are getting the right place is you see this is porting data for plotting. This icon is highlighted. So for example, if you are doing this, okay, so now it's all highlighted. Well, anyway, because the way that I did in the paper is I collect the intensity over time. So I think this is an important indicator to mean that whether you get the right way to present the data. And then I collect the data, download, and then this is for this my 1E contact. Track mean intensity, and save. And then here I want to show you what is the data look like. So you should be able to find the data. It looks like the first column is the timestamp of your image, and then the following are each track. They would have their mean intensities over time. And then in the data analysis, you would use find the maximum value of each track. Okay, so here is 20.8, and then you just collect the peak intensity of your data. And here is my demonstration for this section. Thank you.